Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the second Let's Play, my second main Let's Play, which is obviously the next one in the LEGO game series. If you can't tell by the title, it is LEGO Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. So, yes. This is LEGO Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures, one of my favourite LEGO games of all time. Let's get started. So, yeah, there's not really much else to say. I think, other than Sonic 2, I haven't really recorded much recently, so I need to get back into this because it was like a month ago I finished recording LEGO Star Wars. And I'm uploading this like a couple of days after the LEGO Star Wars finale. Okay. So LEGO Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. We're just gonna get started straight out here. No hub worlds, no nothing. We're just gonna no Mos Eisley Cantina type thing. Straight into the first level, the Lost Temple. South America 1936, obviously that means we're playing Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Sad to play. Oh dear. Okay, so obviously we know there are enemies around now, or at least I think Indy does, I don't know. Everyone's getting killed off one by one. It's been a while since I watched the Indiana Jones films, so I'm not sure if they do get killed off in the film, but... Yeah. Okay, so it's just Indy and Satipo now. Prove how badass he is by just avoiding everything casually. True Indie fashion. Okay, everyone, so welcome to LEGO Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. Now, this is basically the first non-Star Wars LEGO licensed game to be made. And obviously the first mini-kit there. In this game they're called artifacts. Now, I showed off Indy's gameplay in LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga. Remember how he had his gun? Well, disappointingly enough, in this game, they got rid of his gun for some reason. I have no idea why, but I remember being incredibly pissed off at that when I first played this game. So, he still has his whip with a circle button. Well, yeah, you use it, you press the circle button to use it now. Unlike LEGO Star Wars, where basically you just press the square button during combat. I'm really glad they changed it and actually gave it its own button. Makes it just makes the gameplay more enjoyable. And yeah, so Indy in this game, just kind of disappointing that he doesn't have his gun. But what are you gonna do? Although it can also swing on vines with his not on vines, but it can swing with his whip by pressing the circle button on one of those points, and voila. Then there's Satipo, who's the digging character of this game. So I believe this is the first LEGO game where characters can dig, which you do by holding the circle button. So as you can tell, LEGO Indiana Jones, what I love about this game is that for the first non-Star Wars LEGO game, they really shook things up. They really changed the gameplay formula, and I really like that. They gave it its own identity. They didn't just, do the same thing that they did with Star Wars in terms of the gameplay. They actually gave Indiana Jones, an identity and gave each character their own ability. So, as you saw there, that thing I just attacked, it could, if I pressed this switch, it basically fired, just shot at me. Now, if you punch it, it'll fire solar studs, which is good if you if you want a really slow way of getting True Adventure in this game. Yeah, it's called True Adventure, not True Jedi. But, yeah, I just don't like to use it. I prefer to collect it in a more complex way, because you know, you get, it's silver studs, you don't get as much currency as you usually would. But yeah, so Indy can only punch in this game apart from using the whip, which is kind of disappointing. Satopo can attack with his spade though, which is kind of funny. Okay. And that's the bridge built. So yes. So that's so yeah, that's one reason why I actually like this game probably a lot better than LEGO Star Wars. Also because, you know, it just jumps straight in. But yeah. So however, much like LEGO Star Wars, I'm not just going to be continuing the story. Once I'm done with the level, I will go back to the hub world and you know, collect whatever I can, or just show something off if there's something new I've unlocked or whatever. I don't know. Okay, right. So if you push down this. Okay, avoid that. Jump over it. So you can avoid the spikes. Yeah, I was trying to say that brings up spikes, but I got a bit confused by it, so... Yeah. Putting that down on there. But first we're going to go down here because, again, there's those 6 things that you have to dig up with Satopo. And we're going to find another one down here, so... Yeah. And yeah, Indy can even attack with his whip at short range. That is awesome. Right, up. Satopo. Up. Flipping it. Right. Let's dig this up. Okay. Sorry, there was 3 things, not 6. So that's our second artifact. And once again, like LEGO Star Wars, the way I'm going to be playing this game, it's going to be 100%, and I'm going to be collecting as much as I can in the story and just doing collecting what I missed out in free play, so yeah. Okay, that brings that down. And yeah, once again you can build objects by holding the circle button. Okay, yeah, we need Satopo to ride this because he has a spade. Okay. So that's... Yeah, this game, I just realised, it introduces a lot of new things to the table, because I believe, like, you couldn't really ride on a boat in LEGO Star Wars. This game, it basically... It set a lot up for the future of the LEGO game series, and I just really like that. Okay, avoiding these crocodiles. You press the X button to get out, not triangle button, which I really don't like in this game. I mean, I don't think it was until LEGO Batman 2 they actually got the vehicles right with the LEGO games, because in this game, you have to press the X button to get out of the vehicle, because if you press the triangle button again, it'll just switch characters. So, yeah. And the spiders here. And also, like Star Wars, they have from the film. They have the soundtracks from the films, which I think is brilliant. Okay, so that's artifact number 3. Go up and left here. I believe you can get like at least 9 out of 10 artifacts in this first level actually, so I'll open that gate and we can go through here. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, I've nearly got True Adventure because, again, since this was an early LEGO game... Yep, True Adventure right there. But since this was an early LEGO game, one thing I'm kind of surprised about is that I think some of the levels in this game are like really short. I think the films get longer as they go on, but I don't know, just I think the levels in this game are shorter than the ones in like Lego Star Wars 2, for example, which I think is a weird downgrade, to be honest. Okay, let's jump across here to avoid those crocodiles or alligators, whatever they are. Okay, you again die. And if we destroy these spheres, we get studs, which is very nice. We've already got True of Interest, so you know what. Okay, next area. Now here we're gonna want to go up. I might as well collect as many studs as possible. You can also press the X button as well as the circle button to swing up across, so yeah. Right, so what you want to do here, get this thing, put it down on the green pressure pad, step on the first one, and then step on the third one, and voila. Now we can get across. Thank you, Satapo. Okay. And if we come around here, there's our 5th artifact. Oh, a 5th artifact. Actually, I think there's like maybe 6 artifacts you can get in this level. I don't know. It's been a while since I played. Going up. Although I do think the artifacts in this game are kind of easier to get than the mini kits in Lego Star Wars. So yeah. This game's just a bit easier in that department, and in pretty much every department, really. I mean, it's a lot shorter as well, but that's because I think that's because at the time they were developing another Lego game, which is the one we're going to be doing next. Because this came out in the same year. I mean, it came out before, but it came out in the same year as Lego Batman, the video game. So yeah. Right, so step on. You want to step on the dark things, because if you don't, you'll get spikes sent at you. And again, spears if you want to use them as a weapon, or if you just want studs. Well, that's clever. Okay. Right then, so we're going up. Yep. So that is the first area done already. Okay, is there anything down here? I think there is. Or maybe it's just studs. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, we just need a shiny silver Lego object. There is an artifact there though. If I'm correct. Yeah, okay, collectibles in this game is still just artifacts. Oh dear. Right. So I'm gonna put this key in. Hold down the circle button and take these around. And here we go, the iconic stealing the idols, replacing the idol scene from the movie from Raiders of the Lost Ark. But what I find weird about this game though, Lego Star Wars, the video game, came out like a week before the Revenge of the Sith film did, and they still released and they still put episode 3 on that game. And even with Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game, that came out. Actually, no, I think Revenge of the Sith came out like a month before. The Revenge of the Sith film. But they still put the film on that. They still put On Stranger Tides on that game. So they still put Revenge of the Sith on that game. And with Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean game came out like a week before the On Stranger Tides film. but they still include it in that game, and yet down here we need another character. Right, oh no, sorry, you have the red post box as well as the artifacts, right. In this game, this game came out, I believe, in like the same year as the film Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And they could have easily included that on this game. But instead, what they did, they waited the following year to create another LEGO Indiana Jones game. Which basically included Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I don't see why I couldn't just do it the first time. It's the same with LEGO The Hobbit as well. They could have waited for the Battle of the Five Armies to come out, but instead we have a LEGO The Hobbit game, which only has the first two films on. We don't have the Battle of the Five Armies in LEGO form. But yeah, anyway, there's this, the famous boulder scene, again, from Raiders of the Lost Ark film, in LEGO form here, and right, that's an artifact you cannot miss. And there's two cutscenes you're going to get here. Either this one or the one with them rolling if you failed it a few times, so, yeah. This scene's just hilarious. LEGO games, they were funnier before they had talking characters. And that is a great Star Wars reference there, actually. I mean, this, obviously, since being, like I said, being the first non-Star Wars LEGO game, and also, you know, with the Indiana Jones films being made by Lucasfilm, the same company that made the Star Wars films. This game has quite a few nods to Star Wars, and that's like, in fact, all the LEGO games have references to each other, kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I just think that's a really, really nice nod to Star Wars, that C-3PO head there. And I believe back here, there's another artifact you can get. So, you know, kill all these tribesmen. Okay, die. And you can pick up spears and throw them if you want to, but... Right, yeah. Okay, here, what you can do, you can get this and shoot, like, things up, shoot up at the eyes. Come on, get the next one. There we are. Or you can just get the spears and throw them. Yeah, I've always got the spears, but that's the first time I've done that, I think. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back for 3 mini-kits in the post box in free play. I can do that. Okay, so let's get out of here. Now, in this part, basically what you want to do, this is, we want to fix Jock's plane. And, that might as well show Jock here. Jock can attack with his spanner, which is pretty funny. But he also... You can also repair things as well, which I'm going to show off in a bit. But first we need Indy to get this. And for God's sake. Okay, I should have just stood still first there. Right. Repair this plane. And build this. But it's kind of frustrating to do this because you've still got enemies coming at you. I mean, I know it adds to the challenge, but still. It's kind of annoying. Right, so you build that. Then as Jock, you get really glitch. Right. Okay, get on top of these crates. On top of this. And you can repair it. And yeah, I don't think there's any artifacts or anything. No. Okay. The ending cutscene to the Lost Temple. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, level complete, free play unlocked. So we got Indiana Jones, Satapo, and Jock. Those are the first 3 characters that you unlock in this game. True Adventure 100%. Like LEGO Star Wars, I'm gonna try and get all True Adventurers to first time. And also, unlike LEGO Star Wars, you get 25,000 studs for getting True Adventurer. This is the only LEGO game where you actually get studs for getting the Super Kit. So, yeah. I'm just going to call it Super Kit when I talk about LEGO games in general, because that's what it was called in the first LEGO Star Wars game. And all episodes are now unlocked right. Now, we're going to go back to Barnet College here, which is obviously where Indy works. And I'm gonna just show off the hub. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I'll save it for the next video, but nah. Right then. So yeah, this is Barnet College. Basically what you can do here, you can go around obviously collecting studs. And you can go into rooms and take a look at what you've collected. Like, this is the artifact room where you can take a look at all the artifacts. I think, hang on. Or you can buy the artifact pieces for 3,000 studs. But that's not part of the 100% of this game. And also, if you put this into here, you can access bonus levels, which basically I believe you can access them if you either collect all the mini kits in one episode, in one film, or if you just clear a film. So there's that. That's the artifact room, and yeah. Obviously, this is where you can access the films. The first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. Obviously, we've unlocked them all. Like LEGO Star Wars, you unlock them all after completing the first episode, so yeah. Right then. And we have various different rooms here. This first one is a library, where you can buy characters. I think we've got I think we've got enough to buy at least 3 of them here. Okay, so we've got Belloc Jungle, Hobbit Tribesman, Barranca, and Jungle Guide. Okay, we still need money for them. Okay, we'll get them later. Actually, let's get enough studs to get one of them now, because they're only 18,000. Right. We'll get Barranca, right. And as you can probably tell by I'm already 3.8% of the way through this game. Yeah, this is I believe this is the second shortest LEGO game to be made behind the LEGO Movie video game, if not the shortest. Just because, I mean, there's really not much else there's not much replay value when compared to LEGO Star Wars, which I think is this game's only downside. I mean, thankfully it doesn't get as repetitive, because, you know, in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, at least, the majority of replay value was just replaying the films over and over again, and that's why I got really sick and tired during the Let's Play towards the end, until we got to, like, the bonus levels and the bounty hunter missions and all that. And even the bounty hunter missions were just like, you were going to places you'd already been to before. But this game, it has better replay value, but not as much, which I think, I appreciate them going for quality over quantity. But I could have done with more, and you know what, they would improve, they would later learn and expand on that in future LEGO games. And this room is just a classroom where you can enter cheat codes, and you can destroy chairs, basically. Yeah. So that's why you enter cheat codes. I don't know any of this game, so... Right. So we're gonna exit the room. And this next one is a theatre where you can watch cutscenes. Basically. You just, Sorry, I just like getting studs here. Okay, so you can, like, click one, intro, the Lost Temple. Oh, by the way, I think I originally grew up playing this game on the PSP. The load times in the PSP version are abysmal. So yeah, you can just watch cutscenes in it. What? You can't skip the cutscenes? Well, that kind of sucks. Right. Okay, I've already seen this, so you know, I would cut it out, but I'm going to commentate over it. So, I actually originally grew up playing the PSP version of this game because this game came out. This is the first game I got for the PSP, and oh my god, the load times in that version are just abysmal. Like, it takes so long to load, and that's what I don't like about it. This version of the game, however, the load times in the PSP version are really, really quick. And I really, really like that. So yeah. Maybe it's because, you know, the PSP has a small disc on the UMD, so... Actually, no, the GameCube has a smaller disc, so it doesn't have as much to read, so that's no excuse. Maybe it's because it's playing on a small console as well, I don't know. Lego Batman, which also has the PSP originally, kind of had the same problem. So, yeah. Right. And on the right, this room here, this is Indy's office, where you can basically access bonus material. I'm not sure exactly what you can access here, because basically all the objects around here require certain characters to get them. I'm not going to get all of them until we have all the required characters. So, yeah. Right, okay. Then up here, this is the mail room where you can buy power bricks. Oh, sorry, red bricks is it? I think this is the first game to call them red bricks, because you know in the Lego Star Wars games they were called power bricks, or at least in the Complete Saga. Now, the way you get red bricks in this game is a little bit different to how you did in Lego Star Wars. You still get them in the levels, but what you do is you collect post boxes and you post them into like mail slots. As you saw in the Lost Temple, that mailbox to the left, whenever I was in that pit of spikes, that was that basically had, that was the that was basically where, that was basically the mailbox for the red brick. So yeah. And out there is just more studs. So, yeah. However, if we go over here, we enter sort of like, yeah, we enter a courtyard, which I think is kind of cool. I like Barnet College in this game. It's a fun hub. I think it's more interesting than I don't know. Is it more? It's certainly a bit. I'd say it's a little bit bigger than the Mos Eisley Cantina in Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. I mean, actually no. It's definitely bigger than all the hubs in all the Lego games. And once again, as a trademark of the Lego series, this game once again has character customizers, and this is the character customizer room. So, yeah. I've never really played Lego games for character customizing, though. I think that's one of the games. It's like, it's cool, but yeah, they don't really do anything with it. But still, it's nice for some, I guess, but it's never really been my cup of tea. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much Barnet College in Lego Indiana Jones, the Original Adventures, guys. I'm just gonna smash stuff. No, I'm just gonna go back now. 10,000 studs is enough. So we can go up here. And I'll see you next time when we continue Raiders of the Lost Ark with Chapter 2 Into the Mountains.